Running the Bases is generally a really good film. There is one aspect of it I didn't love, but it is a spoiler, so I'll discuss that at the very end with a spoiler warning. This will otherwise be spoiler-free. The film was released in 2022. It's directed by Marty Roberts and Jimmy Womble. It's written by Roberts and Womble with a cast including Brett Varvel, Gigi Orsillo, Todd Terry, and various others. And this is about a baseball coach who moves to a different high school, and he has some coaching methods that not everybody agrees with. Luke is a man of faith, which also causes some problems. And I'll talk one aspect of that I will talk more about at the very end. That's part of the reason why I didn't like it. Not the faith aspect. I love faith-based films, but something happens surrounding that. And it's not so much that I think it's unrealistic, because I don't know, but I didn't love it. But again, I'll talk about that in a moment. But for the most part, I found that Luke was a really likable character. His coaching methods to me, now bearing in mind I've never played baseball, but his coaching methods to me didn't seem that extreme, but certain people do have some very strong opinions about the way he handles things, and it does cause problems for him. And in general, I think the narrative is well written, the pacing is good, there's a lot of baseball in this, so if, like me, you like baseball films, that will appeal, but there are also other aspects to the film as well. The characters are very well written. There are some not very likable characters who are very strongly written. The performances are really good. The camera work's fine. The lighting's fine. In general, I'd say it's not a bad film. And with regards to the faith aspect, I wouldn't say it's completely in your face, but I am saying that as somebody with religious beliefs, so obviously to me it's not going to feel that way. So if you are not religious, you don't have any faith, and you watch it and you think, actually, this does feel a little bit preachy, I understand. But from my perspective, if you don't have that kind of faith, I don't think it will be too in your face, but it obviously does play quite a strong role in the narrative, or at least the development of the narrative, nevertheless, so that's just worth bearing in mind. In general, for the most part, I came away from the film feeling satisfied with the experience, and I'm pleased I gave it a chance, because Running the Bases was, generally speaking, not too bad. I will now, though, mention the one aspect that, for me at least, I just don't think it worked very well. It seemed a little bit too extreme, and it felt like it was going in a ridiculous direction. So this is a spoiler for something that happens later on. I have nothing else to say about the film other than, if you're curious, check it out. It's generally a good experience. But what happens is he is arrested. The coach is arrested for these religious discussions in certain spaces. I don't say it's not realistic, because I have absolutely no idea. If anybody has any information on that, please feel free to share. But within the context of the film, it just seemed unnecessary. It seemed a little bit ridiculous. So I didn't love that direction. I don't think it was very satisfying for me as a viewer. And it's not so much that I thought we were meant to enjoy it. I think it's meant to make us frustrated and irritated at the situation. But I was more so just irritated at the fact that this was included, because I just don't think it was relevant or necessary to the narrative. I think it kind of pulled us away from what was happening outside of that. So I didn't love it, but it wasn't enough to affect my overall enjoyment of the film. And nevertheless, as I said, I came away from it still feeling pretty satisfied. And if it sounds like a film for you, then I'm happy to recommend Running the Bases.